This episode tests a practical AI workflow. Claude in Chrome researches AI vendors, Excel turns the extracted data into a shortlist, and PowerPoint creates a business summary. The question is simple. Can this replace 90 minutes of manual vendor research with a few minutes of supervised AI work? By the end of this workflow, we want three useful outputs: a clean vendor table, a scoring model in Excel, and a short executive presentation that can be reviewed before any real business decision. First, Claude works in Chrome. I give it a public AI vendor directory and very strict rules. Use only visible listings, do not open company profiles, do not browse other sources, and never invent missing values. That last rule matters. In business research, a missing value is not a detail to hide. It is a risk signal. Claude's job is to capture only what is visible on the page: company names, ratings, review counts, locations, hourly rates, minimum project sizes, service focus, and short descriptions. This is not full due diligence, and it is not a final vendor recommendation. It is structured first-pass research. Now the data moves into Excel. This is where the raw research starts to become useful. A web page full of company listings is not a decision tool. It is just information spread across a page. Excel turns that information into something we can filter, compare, score, and challenge. Claude cleans the table, organizes the columns, applies filters, keeps missing values visible, and prepares the data for analysis. Then it builds a scoring model based on practical business signals: rating quality, review volume, service fit, pricing transparency, and business relevance from the visible description. But scoring alone is not enough. If a vendor has incomplete data, Claude should not pretend the result is reliable. It should lower the confidence level and explain the limitation. That is the difference between a useful AI workflow and a dangerous one. A useful workflow does not only tell you what looks good, it also shows what still needs to be checked manually. Then we move from Excel to PowerPoint. This is the part that makes the workflow valuable for real business use. A manager, founder, or project lead usually does not want to inspect every extracted row in a spreadsheet. They need a clear summary: which vendors look strongest, why they made the shortlist, what data is missing, and what should be verified next. Claude uses the Excel output to create a short presentation with the research scope, the top vendors, key risks, limitations, and recommended next steps. It turns the spreadsheet into a business brief. That is the real value of this workflow. Website data becomes a structured table. The table becomes a scoring model. The scoring model becomes a presentation draft. Instead of starting from a blank slide or manually copying data for an hour, you begin with a reviewable business summary. This does not mean Claude should make the final decision. It means Claude can remove repetitive work from the first stage of research. The human still needs to verify the vendors, open profiles, check case studies, compare pricing, and decide whether the shortlist makes sense. So the right model is not blind automation. The right model is supervised acceleration. Let AI collect, structure, score, and draft. Then let a human verify, challenge, correct, and decide. For small teams, consultants, founders, and analysts, this kind of workflow can save serious time before a purchasing decision, supplier comparison, or internal recommendation. It also creates a repeatable process, so the next research task can be faster, cleaner, and easier to control. The final presentation is still preliminary, but it is organized, readable, and ready for human review. You can download the materials for free from the link in the video description. Leave a like, subscribe, and follow for more practical AI workflow tests.